What's up, guys? My name is SnyperSama, but you can call me Sniper. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going over what is single-handedly such a fun, quirky, and just awesome build. It does an insanely good job at everything, and it's all thanks to this one skill right here, Mushroomancer. Mushroomancer states that you can eat mushrooms. Eating those mushrooms gives you various effects. The blue mushrooms and toadstools will sit there and act as potions and immunizers for you. Your nitro shrooms and parashrooms, you're going to get demon drug and armor skin. And you get mandragoras, devil's blights, and excite shrooms. All of these give max potion, a dash juice, and the excite shroom, which gives you any of the previously mentioned ones. Now, typically it's not crazy, but it is fun, it is entertaining, and that's because it actually works super well in my newest support build. Shout out someone in one of my YouTube comment sections who gave me this idea to use the Geladron armor set. If you did not do the event quest to get it, I'm sorry, you cannot craft this build. However, do not fret, because my old support build still works just the same, and with the release of Title Update 4 coming very soon, within a little less than a month as of the time of this recording, there's a chance that it'll be back sometime soon. So, that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. As far as our weapon goes, you have two choices. True Omega Sword, which is the Omega weapon, or your Rarity 8 Paralysis Ardean weapon. Honestly, it's up to you. For me, I use a mix of the two, depending on what I'm fighting. Sometimes it's Omega that I'm helping people with. Omega itself gets paralyzed super late into a fight. It's not worth it. But the issue is I don't have a good Thunder one yet. So I would use this just for the ease of not having to go craft a decent one. The choice is yours. All you need is a sword and shield. If you are rocking Ardean, you are going to use a different set of decorations, but we'll get into that. Next up is we have the armor. We have Geladron Mask A, Geladron Backpack A. This is the real change maker for the entire build. In the last build that I made, we were using two different pieces here. And although they were still good, you did not get as many bonuses just for having it. And on top of that, your defense was lower, because the armor itself had a lower rarity level. Because this is rarity 8, it has a higher cap. So, next up is we have the Guardian Arkfeld Vambraces beta. We have the Arkfolken Coil beta. Uthduna Wild Greaves Gamma. This is from Arch-Tempered Uthduna. We love this. We love these boots. If you don't, you're not using them, I am shocked, because I love these things. It is so hard to take them off. And we have one of the newest additions to my collection. Unfortunately, it's not a 3-slot deco, but beggars can't be choosers, am I right? I have an Offensive Guard Agitator Golden Age charm. Super hyped when I saw this drop the other day. I was just floored. I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. I love it. Perfect. It's wonderful. It does exactly what I want it to do. For those of you that do not have the time to put in to get these types of decorations, I mean, I'm Hunter rank 421. I have 400 plus hours in the game. I get it. For those of you that can't invest that kind of time, all you need is Offensive Guard. Preferably maxed out Offensive Guard. If you don't have that, I recommend any of the following skills: Attack, Razor Sharp, Guardian, which is your Offensive Guard, Handicraft, or depending on the rarity or the Ardean weapon that you're using, if you're using a status one, whatever status applies to that, that would be Paralysis, Sleep, Poison, Blast. Please don't use Poison. That's pretty much it. Ideally, you want Offensive Guard. If you can't get Offensive Guard, it is okay, because we will slot it in to make sure it's there. The main difference between this build and my last Keep Your Teammate Alive Forever Immortality build is that this one actually pumps out a crazy amount of damage in comparison to the last one. We have not traded any skills, though, that would get rid of our teammate survivability. So, let's get into the decorations. Depending on what your talisman is, you will adjust things accordingly. In the case of this, I got really, really lucky with Offensive Guard 3 and Agitator. So, we already don't have to worry about that. The weapon of choice for me is the Omega weapon, meaning we don't have to worry about not being able to hit an unblockable attack. Some of those unblockable attacks, at least most recently, notably, are Arch-Tempered New Udra and Omega. So, at least in the case where I'm still farming them a good bit, it ends up making sense for me to have guard up still. If you don't want it, that's fine. Use a different weapon. That's okay. Okay, long story short, if you have a different set of perks, you just need to slot in offensive guard. Like even right here, I can take this one off because I do not need it anymore. So what we can do is we can do an attack boost. We could do critical eye. We could do critical boost. It's kind of up to you guys as players. All you need is offensive guard and razor sharp. Okay, those are the two big things here. Razor sharp, because sword and shield is such a fast attacking weapon, you want to make sure that you have at least something in the form of sharpness management, which is where razor sharp comes into play. Okay, now that we've kind of gone over the weapon, mind you, use what you want. You do not have to copy this. In fact, I don't recommend you directly copy this. Use what is comfortable for you. Let's go ahead and get into the armor. The armor is a little different, and it's because there's a lot. For the armor, we are actually rocking Fungiform in all of our level 3 slots. And the reason for that is because we want Mushroomancer. Mushroomancer is going to proc off of free mail. It is going to proc off of speed eating. And it is going to proc with wide range. That is where this build comes to play. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go through all of these. We have Fungiform, which gives us maxed out Mushroomancer. If we include our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels of wide range, our friendship, we are going to make sure that all of the bonuses that we hit, everybody else gets, minus max potions. But we'll get into that, okay? Next, we have 1 recovery jewel, 2 recovery jewels. This is going to make it to where if we get hit and we have red health, it comes back faster. The option with this is yours. I chose recovery speed because most of the time I'm going to be getting multiple heals off anyways to try and heal my friends, heal whoever I'm playing with. I just want to make sure that they're healed up, which is why I'm not using recovery up. It is my job to keep them healed. Recovery up, it'll give you about 30% if you were to max it out, which is nice, but in the grand scheme of things, you don't need it if you're just healing for everybody anyways. You're not always going to be at the same health that somebody else is going to be. And you don't want to sit there and just waste any supplies, which is why I don't think recovery up is worth it. I'd say recovery speed is better, at least in this case. We have 1, 2, 3 levels of protection. This is going to give us Divine Blessing. Divine Blessing is going to be great for making sure that if we don't guard, if we don't roll, whatever happens, we are able to still, hopefully, not take the full amount of damage. And then we have 1 Shockproof. And the Shockproof is just because there was 1 additional level 1 slot, and I figure, why not at least make it to where I'm not hurting my teammates? Sword and shield users aren't typically known for hurting their teammates when it comes to knocking them around. I'm looking at you, longsword and dual blade players. But, nonetheless, it does happen. This is to kind of minimize that. That, at least now you won't get messed up either. And then you kind of just go to town. The thing with this build is that you are able to pump out so much damage. And although 95% of these decoration slots are defensive or supportive oriented, we still have attack boost 4, at least on the Omega Sword and Shield. And we have attack boost 4 in Handicraft on our Ardian, if you followed how I have it, mine set up at least. You have offensive guard, which is going to be great. You're going to increase your damage. You have razor sharp. That way you don't have to worry about sitting there and running out of sharpness. Or in the case of this, you have handicraft, which still makes it to where you don't run out of white sharpness. And then you have weakness exploit. And weakness exploit is really, really nice because it is just going to give you a little extra boost in damage. Are you going to be critting every single attack? No. but you are still going to crit more than you were doing before. And not to mention, now that you have Mushroomancer, you are able to heal more than you were before. So, now that I've gone over that, let's go ahead and take a look at my item pouch, what I recommend you guys use for this specifically, okay? So obviously, you have your power and armor charms. You have the max potion, the ancient potion, mega potion. Mega potion is going to heal everybody very, very easily. Immunizer is also going to make it to where your red health comes back faster. Cool drinks, hot drinks, mega demon drugs, and mega armor skins. These are all very, very nice. However, you can also get those effects from mushrooms now. Excite shrooms. These are going to trigger one of the 6 effects. In the case of this, I only have a few of them up. And that is going to be Parashroom, Nitro Shroom, Blue Mushroom, and Mandragora. Mandragoras are max potions. Those, unfortunately, do not work for your teammates. If you eat one, they are not going to receive the benefits. Which is why I have 10 of them. Because sometimes you just want to eat mushrooms instead of taking a potion. Why not? You have 2 sitting here, a third one here, and 10 more. You have 13 full heals. That's a lot of full heals, I won't lie. Blue mushrooms are going to 100%, not 100%, they're going to heal your teammates. They act as a potion. So if they have recovery up, that potion will heal for more. But the best thing about it, they're instant. Because they're mushrooms, you eat them and that's it. You don't drink them, and with speed eating, it's almost instantaneous, which is super, super nice. Then you have Nitro Shroom. Nitro Shrooms are going to give you Demon Drug. What you don't know is that Mega Demon Drug and regular Demon Drug stack, which means you can give people more offensive bonuses as well as yourself. Same thing for Parashroom. Parashroom is going to give Armor Skin. Armor Skin plus Mega Armor Skin also stack. Meaning, between all of your buffs, you are going to make sure that not only do people have the most amount of offense possible, but also the most amount of defense possible. And on top of that, their red health is going to come back faster. They'll be immune to whatever environment they're in, even without any of their use. You can heal yourself so many times to where if you wanted to be the front line, the tank, and get just lure pod and eat all of the hits, you can do so. And then if you wanted to really mess with people, just rock Excite Shrooms. Just pop them and see what happens. You might get the best effect ever 6 times in a row. You might not. Overall, though, it's super, super fun. It is super, super good. I'll show you guys real quick exactly what I'm talking about. This is a Mega Potion. Overall, it's really, really fast. However, it's still not as fast as a mushroom. These mushrooms are insane. And that is because you are going to be able to just boop. And you can see, even Duck, my Palico, you can see the heal effect begin. Nitro Shroom, you can see, now I have a Demon Drug active. You can see it, I'm in the top left. Parashroom, there's our Armor Skin. Excite Shroom, we just got an Immunizer because my health kept going. You can see, there's Duck just got to heal again. We popped another random one. And then on top of that, boom. Boom. Everybody benefits from this build, including yourself, because now you can heal faster, you can do damage more, and you're just going to finish everything quicker. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming and watching. Thank you all for hanging out. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Farewell.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.